So here you are, you're in Japan, you go against the societal norms, you basically break out, you go for your dream. And then if maybe 10 years later, something like that, you find yourself stuck again.
Yes,
right?
I did.
You're in this 9-to-5 corporate job.
Yes.
And you weren't being fulfilled. You didn't feel authentic. Tell us about that moment. And then you actually shifted again.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what that transition was like for you.
So I listened to this podcast episode where the guest speaker said, if you want to be comfortable with uncertainty, you need to understand that in life, there is nothing that's certain. And that hit me. I was holding on to the job thinking that that job was certain and that would give me security. And if there is nothing that's secure, then I said, I want to go for my dream. But the problem was I didn't know what my dream was because I stayed in the job for my security and I forgot to dream. The more I searched, the more anxious I became because I really didn't know what to do with my life. And that's when I hit rock bottom. And every morning I woke up with no motivation, no sense of direction, and I felt like I made a mistake with my life. And I spent many days crying, and I just couldn't see the way out. And in December 2022, when I woke up, I decided that I'm so tired of waking up every morning crying and feeling sorry for myself. So I thought maybe I should just stop looking for a job. I should go inside and see why I feel anxious about the future and why I can't see what I wanted to do. So I started to do meditation, practice yoga, and start journaling. In 2023 February, I found your online program, Breakthrough to Success. And in that program, I found this exercise where we list all the success in 3 different stages of life. And I remember when I was a high school student, I had this big dream to go to America, but I didn't have emotional support. I didn't know how to apply for university, and I didn't even speak English fluently, but I never gave up, and eventually I made it. So I reconnected with that high school self, and I told myself, if I could do that back then, I can do it again. And I started to take one step at a time, and slowly but surely, I made transition into becoming a transformational coach.
Good for you. So today you're coaching women and you've decided to focus on women in their 40s. Mm-hmm. Talk about why you chose that focus.
Well, we focus early years, juggling work, family, personal goals, and we take care of everyone else and we put their needs first. And we follow this path thinking that that's the right path and that will bring us happiness and fulfillment. And for some women, it works, but for some others, when we hit over 40, we realize that we push down our deepest desires, and then we start to wonder if there is more to life. And also life transitions like children growing up, leaving home, taking care of aging parents, and going through relationship challenges like divorce or loss of someone you love, bring up questions like, what is that I really want and what's next for me? Those are very challenging moments and it's very overwhelming to answer those questions. At the same time, those moments give us opportunities to pause, sit back and reconnect with what matters the most. And I understand how hard it is to go through that phase because I went there myself. I didn't know how to get out of that dark tunnel. I didn't have the mindset. I didn't have tools to overcome self-doubt and fear. So that's why I want to help women go through this stage of life so that they feel supported and they don't have to do it alone.
That's great. Good for you. I think, and that's something, we don't teach that stuff in school, you have to kind of learn it either yourself by crying and self-introspection and doing the meditation you did and maybe reading books and taking courses. And so I just want to honor you for having the courage to do that. A lot of people don't. They drown out all that pain with alcohol, with drugs, with, distractions and so forth. So I'm glad you can help people do that.